persuasion. Title of the speech, oh wait, I got an intro to read. The title is Go from Selling to Sold. Selling your speech to your audience can be difficult. You want to get the audience to buy into what you are saying, but don't want to cram your message down their throat. Our next speaker recently discovered an amazing system to get your audience to want to buy into your message. Using this method, you can make sure you tap into the interests of everyone in your audience and have the right message to sell your speech. Today, you will learn about this amazing system and how easily apply it in your next speech. You will discover the simple method to go from selling your speech to getting the audience sold on the ideas you are presenting. You will walk out of here with a tool you can use to interconnect with any audience at any time. And now, please join me in welcoming our next speaker, Tim Wilson.
Have you ever had somebody try to sell you something? Yeah. Isn't that annoying? You don't want it, and they'll keep pushing it on you. And the more you say, I don't really want it, or not really, the more they try to push it at you. So people like Prez come to your door, and the Prez knows how it works. You just keep knocking the door. Yeah. Get him inside. That's it. Shut the door. That's the challenge. You're a speaker. You're up there. You're trying to sell things. You're trying to sell things to your audience. You're trying to sell some idea. You're trying to push something to your audience, and your audience doesn't want it. How about if instead you had a way to make yourself look differently and seen differently and rise to importance in the eyes of your audience? What if you had a way that when you finish, the audience thought, that's somebody special. That's somebody who really knows what the heck's going on. Would you be interested in that? What if, when you went out there, you could save the audience time and money? You could make things go better, cheaper, and faster, easily, simply, just taking a few little steps. Would that be something you'd be interested in doing for your audience? Or maybe you just want to have a better life. You just want to enjoy yourself more. You just want to have a better life, better experience, better existence. And that's what gets you going. Would you like to help your audience with that? And you can help the audience do more, get more done, better, efficient processes. Give them a process. You go from step to step to step to get all the way through what they're doing. Would you be interested in at least some of that? Yeah. Well, so would your audience. That's what being sold is all about. If you get your audience to buy in the front end of things, you don't have to sell them. They sell themselves. Because one of those four things, S, O, L, and D, will appeal to someone in your audience. And if you can put all those four things in your message, you'll connect every time, every audience, guaranteed, everywhere. S stands for how you're seen. O stands for what you obtain. L stands for life, and D stands for do. So at this point, you're probably thinking, Tim, okay, fine, but what does that mean? What does seen mean? What does obtain mean? What does life mean? What does do mean? All right, fair enough. I'll give you an example. How advertisers use it. You familiar with the hair club for men? Yeah, you know the hair club for men? The guy is not just only a president, but also a customer. And he pops off that little thing, like a little cap up there. Yeah. That's all about being seen. How are you seen? That ad is entirely about how you're seen. The idea is if you just put on this hair, you'll look different, people will treat you differently, people will act differently, you'll be more attractive, you'll be more interesting. All of that comes from the appeal of being seen. And that shows the power of being seen. Think of how often that commercial has been on, how it's branded in your mind, and how the right person sees that and thinks, you know, maybe that's it. If you just had more hair, everything would be different. That's the power of being seen. The other is obtain. Does anybody remember Ronco? You remember Ronco? Yeah, you remember Ronco? Definitely Ben, yeah. Well, if you don't remember Ronco, there was a guy, Ron, and he had a company called Co. And literally, this thing was in his basement, basically, and he had these warehouses full of junk. I mean, junk, stuff that nobody in their right mind would want, right? I mean, they did peeling, they did things like this.
Yeah.
The little things, yeah, exactly. They'd peel things, the pocket fishermen. But the thing about it is that they were to help you do things so much quicker and so much better and save you so much money, you had to get one. You didn't need it, but you had to get it. Because the effect of it was just so incredible. Because when you went out there, you thought, I gotta obtain that, I gotta have that. It's gonna make things cheaper, it's gonna help me with money, I'm gonna get things done in less time. You know that? And maybe some of you bought. Did you buy some of Ronco? Yes.
I was tempted.
It was tempting. The little number would flash up. That's the power of obtain. If you can just tell people how things are going to be cheaper, how it's going to, they're going to be able to do something in less time and money, those two things. Some people, boom, they'll pick the phone and buy whatever you sell. Not everybody. Other people just want to have a good life. Maybe you're one of those people. Just want to enjoy themselves. Have you seen the new Norwegian Cruise Line ads? You ever seen those? No? Well, if you haven't seen them, there are a bunch of people lounging on a deck wearing entirely too few clothes, having just this great, wonderful time. There are all these big, long pictures of being out there on the sea, and all these people, one is smiling people and happy, and they're partying, and they're getting it on. That's life. And for some people, just a picture like that pulls them in and gets them. And the final thing is do. And for do, think about the Apple ads. Remember the Apple ads? All the apps? 250,000 apps. Like you wouldn't ever need 250,000 apps. It's all about do. We've got the things to make those processes work. Anything you want to get done, there's an app for that. For that, that's the power of do. So if you stick all these things into your speech, seen, obtain, like, and do, you've got some power. You do that in the front end of your speech, you get people buying in. At the front end, at the very end, they're just going to be asking me, tell me what to do, where to go. I'm completely sold. Speaking of selling, and no one likes selling, and no one likes the sellers. So do yourself a favor. Don't sell. Get your audience sold instead. Focus on how they're seen. Focus on how we can obtain. Focus on their life. Think about how they do. Get all four things of those in your speech. It'll be simple. So get your audience sold. Get your speech connecting with your next audience.